Paddle is getting faster and faster and faster. So you need to learn how to block as a pro. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain to you how you can block as a pro. You might have been using the glass too much. If you block overheads, you can take the time away of the net player, which is very, very helpful. But when do you go for the block and how do you play a proper block? Because it's quite of a difficult shot to perform. Today we are at Noordwijk in Vinkenveld and we're going to start right now. Oké. Ah, lekker boelie! And we have sales on justpaddle.com.
I like it.
You like it? Good match. Tip number 1, the split step. If you are not doing the split step, this is what will happen. Many reasons why you are making a split step. If you make a split step, you can go in every single direction. If you're still running forwards, it is very likely that you're blocking the ball behind you. And if the incoming ball is fast and you're blocking the ball behind you, you're going to lose control. When you do the split step, be careful not to lean back or to be neutral. Try to make yourself smaller. So when you are going for the block, a little bit forwards and a little bit down. Because in this way, you're more strong and you're not going to make any mistake whatsoever. Also, you don't need to do that. That's too much. This is fine. Just, you need to stop. You need to stop moving. So check the difference now between making a split step and not making a split step when I'm blocking Sasha her vibra. One small thing about the split step, you make the split step, so you come down on the floor when your opponent hits the ball or just before. Because when they're about to hit the ball, you stop and then you're able to move in every single direction. So try to time your split step early or on time. If it's too late, it's the worst split step because then it's better not to do any split step. Tip number 2, backhand preparation. If I'm doing the block, I don't want to be in this position because if the ball is coming, I have no time to prepare. So what I would recommend is to prepare like this, because if you block, you want to block the balls that go there as well. And if the ball is going to the forehand side really hard, you can always turn and you can play the forehand of the glass. If you play on the right side, you want to cover this part, but you can be a little bit closer and you can block all the way to this position or step in a little bit shorter because then the ball cannot go so close to the glass. So step over the line if you want to block from the right side position if you're right-handed and also block in this position. You can still block here, but the moment you are forwards with your racket, you're too late. So you block the ball because it's easier than to use the glass. You're using the block to take the time away and you don't have any time to make a big swing. So you need to make sure that you're winning time, and having the backhand preparation is winning you a lot of time because you can solve a lot of the balls here. This is what Cuello does really, really well. One of the most important things with the block, and something that I personally struggle a lot with, is to hit the ball in front of you when you block. Because if you're not doing that, your block is going to be garbage. The tips that I mentioned before help you to hit the ball earlier. And if you want to block, you need to hit the ball in front of you. This helps, short-term preparation helps, and the split step helps. So what you want to do is to kind of commit a little bit more to the block. Many players, they are not really decisive enough when they play the block, and then you hit the ball late. So what I had is that I was waiting for the ball. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the block. I stepped here, I waited here, and I froze. And what you have to do is to still go for that early contact point, because most of the shots are coming cross and you play cross courts back. So that means that your contact point has to be in front. So you can play from every footwork position, but you need to go with your head towards the ball to lean it to the other side of the court. You're strong here, you're weak here. That last one, you can see that my contact point was a little bit late, but also the ball's floating. So then the moment when I play the block, the ball's going up and I cannot really hurt. Because if you have a good block, you can actually hurt your opponent a lot by playing the ball on the feet. So that last one, you can see that I can still manage to play from the forehand side with my backhand. It also helps to have a harder racket. This racket is very soft, with a lot of control. But if you play with a harder racket, with more carbon, it's easy to block and you have more control with your block. So if the players that you play against play very fast, you might need to consider a harder racket. Tip number 4, step in or open stance. I think both is possible. So with the open stance, you want to make sure that you're not backwards, because this is something that happens quite often. So if you are open stance, make sure, and this knee is very important, the right knee, that you're going and to make yourself a bit smaller. This is something that I'm not doing right. So I'm not the best example on this, but you want to make yourself smaller and more control, so your hip movement is quite important. So try to make yourself as small as possible because you're strong. Stepping in would be good, but it depends on how well you read the ball. Because if you step in, you might not have the timing right with the feet. It is difficult, the speed is faster. So if you step in, make a small step. Make a small step, that's it. Yeah? I will show you both examples. You choose what you want to do. I'm like somebody that when they block, I try to solve everything with my hands. And I need to solve everything with my feet. Especially when you're defending faster shots. Your feet are the solution, not the hands. So now I'm not stepping over, I'm more stepping into the forwards. Yeah, a little bit of rotation that I have. The turning also depends on where you hit the ball, because you're going to rotate a little bit more because the last ball was there. I'm automatically rotating. The problem is when the ball is into your body, that you're probably solving it in that way instead of this way. Yeah, so no more rotation. It's still, for me, it feels so uncomfortable, but I know it's the best way to do it. But to be honest, this is why I am not that high ranked anymore, because I'm good with the glass, but with the blocking, not so much. Lately, I've been getting so many requests to do tournament content. So if you want tournament content, please let me know. Since I got my beautiful daughter, I just haven't been playing so much. So this is like 1.5 years now that I haven't been playing, maybe more, maybe 2 years. So I'm considering to play some tournaments, but it's going to cost a lot of time with editing and recording. So I would like to know how many people would like it. The next tip, go for it. Many players, including myself, we're not really committing to the block. So it's from the standing position and you're like, oh, okay, you need to know, okay, I'm going for the block no matter what. I am going to step in front of the line and I'm going for the block. No matter how hard this guy is hitting, I'm going for it. You're active. You want to get the ball. Get this mindset into your head. Lean into the block. So we have the step in, which helps to lean into the block. But most importantly, go with your head to the ball. So if the ball is going in this direction, to the ball. If the ball is in this direction and you're going to block with the forehand, to the ball. And it's going to help to rotate with the open stance or to step. But your head should be with the ball, into the ball, and not blocking in this way, like, oh, that was a fast shot. Bam. Look how strong I am here. Look how weak I am in this position. Stay or go is the next tip. So when you just block the ball and the rhythm is fast, stay there. If you played a fantastic block and the ball lands on the feet of the net player, then you can go forwards. Look at the difference. So when you're still running forwards after you played a fast block and the contact point is high, this will happen. You will not have any time to respond. If the ball is a little bit further away from you, you are gone. If you played a wonderful block and it's landing on the feet of the net players and they need to lift up the ball, you can go a little bit forwards because the incoming ball is softer, so you have more time. If you blocked, look at Coelho for example, because I think he's the best one in this. He's just staying, he's just chilling where he just played the block. The moment he's moving backwards, there is space on his feet. The moment he is moving forwards, he's probably going to get killed. He's only moving forwards when maybe Chingoto or Galan needs to lift up the ball, then he's going in. Otherwise, he's just staying. So now I played a very soft one on the feet of Sasha, then I'm able to go forwards. Otherwise, stay at the back. So now I stayed at the same position. I got a very easy ball and then I made the angle, but from the same position. Okay, one trick shot, guys. One trick shot. Subscribe on the channel. The last tip is don't change direction. So if you, from the camera position, if you play where the ball is coming from, so the same direction, is less likely that you're going to make a mistake. Blocking the ball is a very difficult shot. So if you're blocking the ball cross courts, you're going to make fewer mistakes. Try to have the preparation also a little bit into that direction. So if the ball's coming from the camera, I want to be in this position with my preparation. Some players are in this position with the racket, so the racket is actually facing parallel. Then if I'm blocking the ball and the ball is going straight, the ball is going to float, it's never coming down again. So make sure that your racket is facing to the direction you want to play with. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget that I can also help you to improve your game, so send me your game and I can analyze it and send it back. We are working on a new one where I'm analyzing the technique of a member. So if you are a special member, you can send in the video and let me know which of the players you are. So which color shirt you are wearing. Email it to info@otronivelpadel.com and I will analyze it and I post it on the membership program where only people that are member can watch the video. So I'm not gonna kill you in front of the entire audience. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next Monday. Hasta luego, ciao, adios.